It's time for our board meeting to come to order. So all stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Austin, you want to approve the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the agenda.
We have a motion to approve the agenda. We have a second.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Mr. Austin, superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We've got a few things here before we get started with recognition today. We've got in your board packet, TSI and ATSI information for your review. For executive session today, I've got several items that I would like to ask the board to please consider. First, I have a property contract matter. I have personnel contract matters, personnel performance matters, and potential litigation. All those items that I would like to ask the board to please consider in executive session. But now on to the student portion today. This is an exciting time of year as we're getting ready to wrap up. We've got spring sports going on. We've got students we want to recognize before graduation. We've got student athletes here that we want to recognize also. And we've got graduation start tomorrow evening, and we'll be going for 6 straight days there at the Landers Center as we look forward to seeing our seniors get their diplomas at graduation ceremony. Such an exciting time of year. So today we have got different student groups here. We're excited. We've got our biliteracy SEAL students. So we started recognizing them at our last board meeting. We'll do that again today. And then we have got some individual state champions, and we've got some team state champions today. So a lot of great things. This time I'll ask our Director of English Learners, Ms. Stephanie Murley, to please come forward and we'll start our program.
Good morning. Today we're recognizing our seniors that are graduating with the biliteracy seal, whether they're receiving the silver or the gold. We are recognizing our seniors who have obtained a seal in the languages of Chinese, Arabic, and Spanish. We are extremely proud of these students. They will now be recognized as bilingual and biliterate through universities and employers. We would like to thank all of our teachers and administrators and parents who have helped support this process, because it is a very difficult process to obtain this biliteracy seal. I would also like to thank Mr. Daniel Buller. He is our secondary instructional specialist, and he facilitated this process with all of our high schools to ensure they had everything they needed to be able to take the assessment and obtain the seal. Today, I'm going to recognize our students by school zones. Our first group is from Center Hill, and I don't think they're here yet. They had graduation practice this morning, so I think I'm going to save them for last to give them a little bit of time just in case they come in late.
They come in for even at the end.
We can recognize them. Okay. So DeSoto Central High. Is Marco Hurtado Jr. here? I know we have a few senior activities going on. Okay. We'll go to Hernando High. Sandra Chen is receiving the gold seal for Chinese. From Hernando High, we have Iker Olvera. And Ms. Lorena Montoya. From South Haven High, we have Amal Naji. Even our Arabic seal. All right, that is all of our recipients for today. I don't believe our Center Hill High recipients made it, so we'll get these to them. Thank you all so much for this amazing accomplishment. Oh, we probably need everybody to come back up for a picture too.
Yeah, y'all come back up, the ones who just got awards.
With your certificates.
And then each state will award name, show up, well, even if it's very end. We have any parents? You want to come up and get a group photo? So you take the picture. Oh, you're good? All right. Yeah. When we take the group photos, the parents want to come up. All right, thank you. All right, at this time, we're going to recognize some individual state champions. And we'll start out with DeSoto Central High School and Principal Shane Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Usselton and the school board for having us this morning. Before I recognize our individual athlete, I'd also like to acknowledge his coach. Coach Marcus Jamison is an employee at DeSoto Central High. He works with track and football. He has children that go to DeSoto Central High, and he is just an outstanding employee for our school and our district. So I'd like to recognize Coach Jamison. He won the Class 7A boys high jump state championship with a jump of 6 feet 4 inches. So to put that in perspective, that would clear me, okay? So he's an outstanding student in our school and also an outstanding athlete. It's my honor to recognize at this time Mr. Cornelius Bennett.
Picture of you, Coach James. Congratulations. Next up, we have Hernando High School, Principal Wayne Case. Well, we have Coach. Hey, Coach Lott, how you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Usselton, for having us here today. We're here to recognize a student athlete of ours that won state in 2 events at the state track meet in 7A this year. She won the mile with a time of 5 flat, and she also won the 2 mile with a time of 11:08. Caitlin Burge.
Get a picture. You also won cross country state championship in the fall, didn't you? Wow. Well, I can see you. Hey, congratulations. Next up, we have Olive Branch High School, Principal Jacobs.
Morning, board. Thank you for having us here today. And I'd also like to echo what Mr. Jones said about the coach. Our coach for our boys track and field team is Mr. Jay Kanowski, and he's also one of our football coaches. And if you coach football and track, that pretty much means you don't go home after school at any time. So Coach Kanowski, he's here today, but I just want to recognize him as well. This young man won the 1,600 meters for the 6A state championship in track and field, pretty much a mile, which I'm proud of his perseverance because he was also on our cross-country team in the fall, came in 2nd place. Over the course of track and field season, he came in 2nd place a number of times. North Half Final, he came in 2nd place. But when it came to the state championship, it was a photo finish, but he won with a time of 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Your 6A state champion, Mr. Caden Louder.
Congratulations. All right, that concludes the individual state champions. Now we have two teams with us today. The two teams are honestly, they are from the same school and the same sport. We've got a girls' state championship team and a boys' state championship team. I'll let Principal Bobby Davis tell you a little bit about which team won.
Thank you, Mr. Esselton and members of the school board. It's an honor to be here to present these wonderful young people to you for their recognition of earning the state championships. I'm going to start with the Lady Gators powerlifting team. They have accomplished and broke records all season long, and it is the first state championship in this area for our school. So they did an excellent job. And I'm going to let their coach, they were coached by Sergeant Major Thomas Herman and Coach Kevin Jones. And I'm going to ask Sergeant Major Herman if he'll come forward and have him present you the team members that were there.
Morning, board. Thank you. The other thing I wanted to bring to your attention was every member of the girls' team was a member of the Marine Corps JROTC at Lake Norman High School. So as an instructor there, I'm very proud of that. And first girls powerlifting team in DeSoto County history to win a team powerlifting state championship. It's pretty awesome. So we'll start with Trinity Brantley. Anna Harris. Alessandra Lucero. Elena McGowan. Kaylee Nelson. Zamoya Nelson. Dynasty Noel. Brooke O'Connor. Taylor Perry. And Janiyah Rose. You get a group photo. Yes, sir.
Shoulders on front.
Shorts on front.
When you look at shoulders,
Okay, sir.
Thanks, sir.
All right, everybody.
Congratulations.
And our boys powerlifting team, they are three-time state champions, 3 in a row, so three-peat. They were coached by Coach Brandon DeGraw and Coach Kevin Jones. So I'm going to ask Coach DeGraw if he'll come and present those team members to you.
Good morning, board. All right, the first one I want to recognize is Blaze Fisher. Hampton Fisher. Carlos Higgs. Trey Lockhart. Josh Matheny. Danny Sapp. Randy Sapp. Kewan Williams. Let's get the group photos. Yeah.
I think you're gonna block people's photos.
Right, I want to congratulate all of our students that we recognize. Let's give all of our students a big round. On behalf of our board members, I'd like to thank the students and the teachers and coaches who are here, our principals, and also parents and family members that are in attendance. We appreciate your support of DeSoto County Schools. And we're about to get on with the business of the board meeting, and you are welcome to stay. But if you'd like to go, now would be a great time to take. They're not coming. Yeah, let's go ahead and recognize it.
We did have one more student from Center Hill arrive, so we would like to recognize Ms. Jimena Duenas, who got the gold by literacy seal in the language of Spanish today. So Ms. Jimena, please.
No one get a picture.
Yeah, we'll take.
Picture.
Congratulations. All right, so that concludes my certificate.
At this time, we'll have the attorney's report. Keith?
I don't have it.
Yes, sir, I've got two personnel contract matters that I would like to bring up in the executive session.
Thank you. At this time, the board will need to approve the minutes of May the 2nd board meeting. Do I have a motion from the board?
I'll make the motion.
We have a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Sorry.
We ready to move on?
I am.
At this time, we have the consent agenda. Mr. Austin, your recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the consent agenda.
It's A to KKK. No reference there, okay? Do I have a recommendation from Mr. Austin?
Sorry, Don. That's good.
The consent agenda?
Yes, sir.
He did. He gave the recommendation. We need a motion and a second.
We already voted on it?
No, sir. We need a motion and a second vote, please.
I gave you asked me to make a motion or to recommend it. Sorry, Matt.
Okay, board, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
We have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. New business. Mr. Williams. Classroom additions at DeSoto Central Elementary.
Yes, sir. We're requesting permission to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen and Holsham for architectural services for the classroom addition at DeSoto Central Elementary School.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the architectural services of Allen Oshel for the classroom additions at DeSoto Central Elementary School.
Board, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
We have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Mr. Williams, advertising for bids for some additions at DeSoto Central Elementary.
Yes, sir. Requesting permission from the board to advertise for bids on the DeSoto Central Elementary School classroom addition.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the classroom additions at DeSoto Central Elementary School.
Board, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
We have a second.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Craig, classroom addition at Hernando Hills Elementary. Mr. Williams?
Yes, sir. Requesting permission to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen and Holsham for the architectural services for the classroom addition at Fernando Hills Elementary.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve entering into contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for classroom additions at Hernando Hills Elementary School.
Board, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
We have a second.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Permission to advertise for bids for the elementary school at Hernando Hills. Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir. We're requesting permission to advertise for bids on the Hernando Hills Elementary School classroom addition.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the classroom additions at Hernando Hills Elementary School.
Board, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
We have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Mr. Williams, we're doing some air conditioning work.
Yes, sir. There was a reverse auction was conducted on May the 7th for the district's HVAC filter services and supplies. Schools were separated into two areas, and I recommend accepting the lowest and best bid from H&H Service Group for areas 1 and 2.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend to the board to approve the bids for the HVAC filter service and supplies for the school year 24-25.
Board, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Mr. Williams, bids for kitchen equipment.
Yes, sir. A reverse auction was conducted on May the 7th for kitchen equipment for Hope Sullivan Elementary School. 2 vendors were approved to participate in the reverse auction. It's my recommendation to accept the lowest and the best bid from Singer Hotel and Restaurant Supply.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the bids for the kitchen equipment at Hope Sullivan Elementary School.
Board, do we have a motion?
Make the motion.
We have a second.
Second.
All in favor, aye? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Bids for kitchen equipment for the calendar year 2024, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir. Reverse auction was conducted on May the 7th for kitchen equipment for the calendar year 2024. 3 vendors were approved to participate, and I recommend accepting the lowest and the best bid for each category as they're detailed in your package.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the bids for the kitchen equipment for the calendar year 24 for DeSoto County Schools.
Board, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
We have a second.
Second.
All in favor, aye? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Emergency purchase for Nicholas Fire for security purposes, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir. In your packet is a letter from plant maintenance regarding an emergency purchase with Nichols Fire and Security to replace the fire alarm system at South Haven High. We're requesting the board to approve the emergency purchase as not having an operating fire alarm system was a grave risk to the safety of the faculty and the kids.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the emergency purchase of Nichols Fire and Security by the fiscal plan.
Board, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
We have a second.
Second.
All in favor, aye? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Mr. Alexander, personnel.
Sir, your personnel packet. Morning, pages 1 through 6 are recommendations. Pages 7 through 10 are changes. Page 11 is a memo for myself on the 24-25 fee amounts, which will include background checks, ID replacement, and key fob. Page 12 is a memo for myself on the 24-25 use of facilities and grounds fees. Page 13 is a memo for myself for the 24-25 substitute rates of pay. Page 14 is memos for myself on junior ROTC instructor salary amounts for the 24-25 school year. Page 15 is a memo for myself with request to approve a $3,000 supplement for the 24-25 school year for each exempt staff member that directly works with students at the alternative school. Page 16 is a request to alternative school for a 20% addition to the hourly rate of those teacher assistants. Page 17 is a memo for myself on the request for the JDC educational supplement, the amount of $9,189 to the boy who they will do administrative services for the center. The supplement will be paid out of the cost school budget. Page 18 is a memo for myself on the JDC supplement of $3,000 for the 24-25 school year for those that work directly with students certified. Page 19 is a memo for myself that requests to approve a $3,000 supplement for next school year for exempt staff member that works with regular students at our Magnolia program. Page 20 is a memo for myself that requests to approve the 20% addition of the hourly rate for those teacher assistants in the Magnolia program. Page 21 is a memo for myself on the 24-25 part-time employees and their rates of pay. Page 22 is a memo for myself on the Met chairs at each school that gives something a rate of $9.58 per student. This will go to the Met chair at each school at location determined by the Director of Special Education. Page 23 is myself on employees who will work part-time and be paid as an employee, will be paid a salary that does not exceed 25% of that employee's average compensation as determined by PERS. Pages 24 through 27 is a memo from Ms. Ingram, our Director of Federal Programs, on the request to add a Federal Programs Equitable Coordinator position. This will be paid on the office manager pay scale. Page 28 through 30 is the job description for the Director of Academic Support. Page 31 through 33 is the job description for the Assistant Superintendent of Academic Services. Page 34 through 36 is the job description for the Chief Academic Officer. Page 37 through 39 is the job description for the Academic Specialist. Page 40 through 42 is the job description for Data, Customer Support, and Academic Services. Page 43 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Goss, our Director of Special Education, on employee who will work with special education students during and after school hours and during the summer, beginning 5/17 and ending 7/26, $30 per hour. Page 44 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Hassman, our Assistant Superintendent, on teachers who will work on the high school U.S. history resources, 30 hours at $30 per hour, beginning 6/3 and ending 6/30. Pages 45 and 46 request for additional pay from Ms. Samples on the following teachers who will work as Tech Talk presenters for a total of 32 hours, beginning 7/1 and ending 7/23, $30 per hour. Page 47 is from Ms. Samples on teachers who will work Tech Talk 4.0 for 32 hours, 7/1 through 7/12.